the artist formerly known as the Warg, now called the Warf. If you've been watching Super Auto Pets YouTube, you have seen a lot of this little guy. Or should I say big guy? I'm assuming it's a mythical creature, but it looks sizable at a glance, as we verse a psychotic turn 1 team. When the Unicorn Pack dropped, this thing, like, John Bear, second Rock on the Moon, Sag, like, Flame, I'm sure, like, just so many people made a video on this thing, calling it the most broken tier 1 in Super Auto Pets history. And during that time, I didn't use it once. Not a single time. It just never, like, it was so busted and, like, other people had done it, and I just had no interest, right? But now, I had this temptation to use it. And the reason was that I was playing random packs, and I had a Warf, it's not Warg, a Warf team that really showed out. It really did well. And so I thought, you know what, I'm having fun with this. I made a few tweaks to my pack. It is far from, like, optimized, but it has the units I need. Plus some other good units to help me get there. And you can see here on turn 3, we already have it. We already have it at level 3. That's insane. You bring in a Babusi, but first you peel. Maybe you hit another one? No. So the Warf, the way it works now is it triggers a snipe when it gains mana. So you have to think, no longer is just the amount of mana it gains relevant at all in terms of its ability. You purely want, as the math is great here, you purely want multiple mana receives. I don't know what the terminology would be. So you want multiple units that are going to give it mana, and some of them will give mana multiple times, such as the Rock. And that will be a part of our team. As I really don't want the Camel to get buffed at all, to the point that I just buy a Fig, man. The Babusis are going to stick around for a while, so why not, like, get the stats up a little bit. Here comes turn 5. It received mana once, so it only did 1 snipe, and unfortunately we lose our first health. But yeah, I think if you want, like, I still think it's really strong. I should have bought the pineapple on it right there. I wasn't looking. I think, if you want to run it optimally, all you really need is this guy with a Wolverine or a Tiger, and then you could even, like, run it with a Donut. And I think, actually, even though you want multiple mana givers to maximize it, I think the actual best way is simply just to run Tigers and Wolverines and, like, minimize the actual amount of things you're giving, but make them multiply. But for me, man, I didn't put Tiger or Wolverine in my pack. Like, it didn't seem as fun to me. And I'm rolling for Rock here. You freeze, you roll, you actually hit the Rock, which is really good. So the Rock, at level 1, it triggers 3 times, and then it goes up to 6 and 9 as you level it up. And 9 times means 9 triggers for our guy, who is doing, at the moment, he's doing 3 damage. He'll go to 5 damage, or 6? 5 with a pineapple. And we're just gonna, now we're starting to cook a little bit, right? We level. I wanted to hit Poodle there. That's why I leveled early. There's the pineapple. Thank you for coming. Can me. So we have 2 mana givers. We have our mana thing that turns mana into snipes. And you rock me, you son of a gun. But I have stats and you don't, really. And I win. So now it gets interesting. I think it gets weaker as it goes along. But then again, it does have value. You're basically guaranteed to pop melons, which is really good. There's the Poodle. And a Rock level. It doesn't really matter which order I do it. In fact, this order's smart because it means that I can sell the Baboon next round. Potentially hit the tier 6 unit I want. You can probably guess what it is. There we go. So it's doing 5 and 10 damage. Well, it's doing 5 damage snipes and it's doing it many times. I'm not going to slow it down. You can see with your eyes, right? Now, can we get this Rock leveled up? You wonder, and I actually can't remember. I just did it 3 minutes ago. Now, this is a psychotic play. I don't think this is the right play. I think the move was just to can and sell the Babusi next round. But I'm dreaming of A unit that is not a cat or an octopus. So instead, take the other crow. Hope the poodle doesn't hit it. It does, whatever. So in the previous runs that I'd done this, I had level 3 poodle a lot earlier than this. As we wipe their team just about. I thought we were going to lose this. But we draw and we maintain 3 health and we keep cooking. So what do I want at this point? All I want is levels on the poodle and the rock and my 5th unit. You know what it is, don't you? It rhymes with bet beer. I think I'm just gonna level poodle here. To hit the... Nope. Kind of unfortunate. We've had many opportunities to find our last unit that we need. Now here we go. It's still... This is what I mean. It's still broken. It had sort of like forgotten out of the... It'd been forgotten out of the psyche of most Super Auto Pets players, I assume, because once it got nerfed, it was like, oh, well, there we go. It's just now it's just another tier 1 that's not really relevant. But now we hit the note. And look, the rock is triggering 9 times. So if you were to put a tiger behind the rock, you can see this is still crazy, man. You have plenty of space to scale your team. It's just, you know, like I guess what I'm trying to say is it's still broken. It's still broken by tier 1 standards. At worst, this is like a tier 3 or 4 ability. This shouldn't be the case, but look, man, like considering I random packed my way into it and now I've ended up here, I'm happy to do it. And now we roll. Maybe. No. Turn 13, we still don't have the unit we need. Although, to be honest, the Sleipnir, I'll just say, you know what it is. The Sleipnir doesn't need to be leveled because it's only triggering once, which means it only turns into 1 attack. Now, this is a loss, right? Oh, it was so close. It was so close. There are many worlds in which that popcorn turns into something that draws us a match. Maybe even win with some things and such of that nature. So... I actually feel kind of good about this run because I took a unit that was more broken than I realized, come from a custom pack, and then I didn't overly cheese, like I didn't bring in tigers or wolverines or anything, or donuts. And the math is... We love this. Now you think about leveling, what do you actually need to level? By the way, you're about to see the pack here. Feel free to pause. It was the random pack I had with some modifications. I'd say it's a half random pack. And like, I decided that I may as well level the Sleipnir because if nothing else, the leftover mana can be turned into a powerful snipe. Now this... yeah. Oh, yeah, can we rewind? I'm nervous. Oh, we'll go all the way back here. What the hell, dude? What a perfect counter. I didn't catch the name. This person is a instant legend in my mind of the SAP community. The Ace of Fire. You're a gun. Unfortunately for him, the level 2... the level 2 great one was absolutely psychotic. And it loses him the match. But when that game happened, I just thought, man, props to you. Props to you. Like, what an incredible build. And it just soaked up everything, you know? As now I'm just freezing stat food because I need to do anything I can to get favorable breakpoints. Yeah, this is a comfortable win. This is a very comfortable win. I mean, once the game starts with this kind of team, like, if you see low stats and no protection, you know you've won. So here come the stats. Turn 17. This is by no means, like, the most powerful team you'll ever see in Customs turn 17, but it's got a little something going, you know? Now, what do you do at this point? I decided to start up my rock, because I figure with no protection on my Warf, it's probably losing. And do we get there after the level 3, turn 3 Warf? We see low stats. Our lemon tank's a croc hit. And look at the leftover mana. Wipes the tiger bug. And there we go. The formerly known as Warg and powerful tier 1 turns out to be still stronger than I realized. And it was a pretty good time. Alright, I'll catch you in the next one. Goodbye, people. Peace.